What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks back with another Palantir update video, ticker symbol PLTR. We'll take a look at how Palantir stock traded today, some key support and resistance levels that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Palantir stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Palantir are. And I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will get right into it. Small red day for Palantir. We are down 28 cents on the day, which is about 1%. It's everything else was pretty much green that I was looking at. So the fact that Palantir wasn't green was kind of sad, but at the same time, you know, we talked about the pattern that we are seeing develop. So I'm not too sad about it. We'll discuss why, because it's still kind of going with the pattern that we are looking at. So covering NASDAQ real quick, we were up 1.97%. Dow was up 245 points, which is 0.79%. And then the S&P 500 was up $5, which is 1.38%, right? So we're talking about indexes being up, the lowest being 0.8, the highs being almost 2%. So compared to that, the fact that Palantir was down about 1% was not too great of news for us, but we'll take a look at kind of the pattern that we've been talking about and how we kind of saw this coming, right? If you take a look at my previous video, I said, hey, you know, this could happen. We could see a little bit of a red day. We could see that rejection, and that's exactly what happened today. So let's take a look at the one-day chart, right? Yesterday, we were talking about hitting up against this high 26s level, right? That was going to be our next resistance level. So pre-market, we were actually above it. We were at 27.50. When we went down, right, we bounced off of this level perfectly. Now I've had this level for a little bit now. So if you followed my videos, right, you kind of know where a potential bounce is coming. As you can see, this bounce didn't sustain, right? A lot of times what it'll do is bounce and then go right back down, and the second time actually make it through, which is what we saw here. Tried to come back, couldn't, sold off all the way to 25.71, and then we pushed up. Again, try to break into this 26.80s level where we got rejected. We were able to make it kind of here in the 26.90s, couldn't sustain it, and then came back down, failed VWAP as well, pushed sideways, pushed down to 25.80s, and then kind of flat into the close. So if you take a look here, right, this 26.80s level held up as support once, held up as resistance both there and kind of there, right, a couple times. So our levels, you guys, are looking pretty good, which is kind of a good sign for us moving forward. Now let's take a look at the daily chart and we'll see kind of the pattern that we have coming up. So this is the pattern that we've drawn out, right? This line coming in from the top diagonally, this line coming in from the bottom diagonally, and we are forming a wedge pattern, which basically means we start to trade in a narrower and narrower range, and at the end of that, you see a breakout, typically to the upside, right? That's what we're hoping for. At least we see a breakout to the upside. So that's what's happening here, right? What we saw 2 days ago is we hit up against the top end of this line. Yesterday we went up, but not as far, right? And then today we saw a little bit of a red day, which is totally fine. It's consistent with this wedge pattern. So assuming that it is following this wedge pattern for now, right? The fact that it got rejected at that top line is not bad news. Matter of fact, it could even be good news for us as it continues to kind of consolidate for a little bit. Now, what are our future levels of support and resistance, right? On the upside, we've got the same 26.80s level that we got rejected from today. That is, I think, the first level that we have to knock out before we start to push higher. The level after that would be this line, which I think would be kind of in the mid 27s, right? If we were to go up to it in mid 27s, we could see a rejection from this line. If, however, we break out, like we don't care about this line, we're ready, we got the momentum, we're good to go, then we've got this 28.05 level, and then we've got this 29.40s level before the 30 mark. On the downside though, we've got the low of today, which is 25.70. We've got this 25.39 level, and then we've got this 24.08 level as well, with a couple small resistance point here in the 25.60s. So 25.30, so today's low of 25.70, then 25.39, then we've got this 25.39 24.37 and then 24.08, hoping that we find support at this line. Not saying we go all the way down here, but if we do this diagonal line, hopefully we find good support. The last thing I look at is taking a look at the 8 EMA, right? We got a perfect pretty much bounce off of the 8 EMA, which was at 25.79, and our low today was 25.70. So hoping for that bounce to continue. Furthermore, we got the 21 EMA at 25.43, which really nicely aligns with our 25.40s level. And then the 34 EMA right here, which actually really nicely kind of coincides with this level right here, right? So again, 8 EMA, 25.60s, 21 EMA, 25.40s, and then 24.50 are the three levels that we're looking at, which pretty much align with what I just said with the price action levels as well. Again, moving into the future, would not be surprised if we see a little bit more of kind of a push down, right? A little bit of consolidation happening here before we see hopefully that breakout and pushing up. So that's, you know, one of the reasons why I'm totally fine with the way it's trading right now, even though it's red. Now, if it were to just break down completely, not hold any of these lines that we've got on even as like a little bit of support, he's breaking through 821.34 EMAs, does not care about this diagonal line. This diagonal line is big key for us right now to hold, so we can, you know, hopefully push up, consolidate for a move up. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you guys posted. That's all I had for you guys today. Would not be surprised again if we push up, get rejected, come down, consolidate, push up, sell off a little bit, kind of gain a base, and then push up. Or, you know, like we saw here, we visited all the way down. I'm going to get rid of the indicators for a sec. We were up, we came all the way down to this line. So we could also do that near the 24s or so before kind of moving up. I continue to hold my Palantir leaps, hoping that, you know, we do get that breakout at the end. So I'll keep you guys posted on how that goes. Hope you guys are all having an amazing week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day. And until next time.